Hey guys, I'm Patch, and this is week 1 of the Hoot Hoot Draft Association's opening season. Battles in this league feature a VGC-style format with closed team sheets and open tera types. In week 1, my Yaksha Yveltals will be facing off against crotl and the Ballonlea Blacephalons. Here's the team I drafted for the league. I started with Chiyu, Whimsicott, very strong duo. Whimsicott's a great support mon, so I wanted to get more damage after that. My next two were Basculegion Male and Terrakion. Obviously both very good attackers. They pair well with Whimsicott, and Basculegion has a really good offensive and defensive synergy with Chiyu. After that, I went for some more niche picks. I went for Regigigas and Mismagius. Regigigas is really just to have like a nice bulky Pokemon. It also happens to work well with Whimsicott, which has access to Worry Seed, so I can overwrite my bad ability. Mismagius is a great pairing for Chiyu. It's got like decent damage and it's pretty fast, and it usually wants to hold Sash anyway. Next up, I got Tinkaton and Hydrapple. These are really just for like type coverage, and also Tinkaton's a great support Pokemon, has a lot of moves. It has access to Mold Breaker. Hydrapple, decent like bonus damage. Not the best pairing with Chiyu, but I needed like a ground resist, and Grass Dragon is pretty good typing. My final two were Revavroom and Galarian Articuno. Revavroom I got to have a Haze Pokemon. It's also with Overcoat immune to Spore. Articuno Galar has competitive to be anti-intimidate, and it also has access to Trick Room. It has access to Skill Swap. It has access to some really cool tech that I can use for like whatever matchup I may need it for. So yeah, that's my team. For my week 1, I'm facing off against Ballonlea Blacephalons, who drafted Indeedee Female, Hatterene, Glastrier, Skeledirge, Inteleon, Meowscarada, Garganacl, Decidueye Hisui, Cleavor, and Enamorus. This is a very interesting team. It's obviously pretty partially leaning into Trick Room. They actually don't really have great damage pieces that wouldn't rely on Trick Room. Meowscarada and Inteleon are like the only exceptions, but I suspect Meowscarada will be used as a support Pokemon, and if Inteleon comes to the match, I don't really know what set they would run, but it gets shut down by Sun. So that's what I'm doing with my Whimsicott. A couple of these other Pokemon really hate to get hit with either rock or fire moves, so Terrakion and Chiyu are going to be important for this matchup. Let me show you what I cooked up for this matchup. Here's the team. I decided on using Terrakion because strong physical attacks do really well into Pokemon like Hatterene, and I really like spread damage into this team because they only have one Wide Guarder, and it's Garganacl, which, Garganacl? I don't know how to pronounce that. Which, gets really stopped by Sacred Sword. Tinkaton and Whimsicott, really nice support pieces. I'm running Assault Vest so that Tinkaton can take a few hits if Trick Room does go up from Hatterene. Whimsicott, pretty self-explanatory. Beat up sets up Terrakion. Tailwind's really nice. Sunny Days, really nice. Light Screen, another way to slow down their damage if they do get Trick Room up, so I can survive the turns. Chiyu, obviously, big damage mon. I got 252 in the special attack. Choice specs. He should be able to just wipe through their team if I can protect him well. My last two, Galarian Articuno. This one is the only real like draft cheese mon that I've got going on. It's got Mental Herb and Imprison on Trick Room, so this is one that I could possibly lead into a few different leads they might want to go to like force Trick Room to go up. With Mental Herb and Imprison, I can pretty easily force it not to, because how are they gonna get 2 taunts off in 1 turn? Mismagius is also a bit cheesy. I have Destiny Bond on it, but I just like Destiny Bond. I don't know if I'll end up using it. It's really just here to offer like bonus damage, and it's good next to Chiyu. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball for coverage, really to give me a way to get through that Garganacl if it gets Wide Guards up. on Chi-Yu. Otherwise, it'll kind of like cause me problems. So yeah, that's my team. Now let's get into the matches. Okay, we got Fire on Hatterene, Glastrier. Got Meowscarada with Ghost, and DDF with Steel, Skeletors with Water, and Amorous Poison. Okay, this is about what I was expecting from the team. Leaning kind of hard on the hard Trick Room. I think I'll just go with the bland lead. I don't know what I'd bring in the back, though. I really want to be able to... I think if I'm shutting out Trick Room, I really want to be able to damage everything else, so Terrakian's kind of nice. And I could bring Whimsicott, but that could go kind of bad if Whimsicott comes in before Terrakian, or the other way around. I think that'll work. Terrakian hits pretty much the whole team. Yeah, like there's no resists. They have to Tera Steel on Indeedee to resist. I think I'm cool to go with this lead. I won't even bring Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu might be a Game 2 Pokemon. We'll have to see. Alright, let's go. Alright, interesting. This is definitely a bit of a hard Trick Room lead, I think, because Meowscarada... What is Meowscarada? Ghost. I think I'm just going to go ahead and burn my Tera, because defensively, I think into the entire team, the Tera Steel on Articuno is going to be really valuable. And I'm just going to go for the Imprison, because obviously that just shuts out Trick Room immediately. I could knock off to scout item on the Rada, but I think it's probably just gonna knock off, so maybe I just go Play Rough, see if I can pick it up. That Indeedee burned Psychic Seed on entry, right? Yeah, okay. So, knockoff's not the greatest thing. Maybe I just go for Giga Bonk. Yeah. Just as a way to hurt the Indeedee. I'll do that. Here we go. Maybe turn 1 Tera is a bad idea, but this is game 1. I feel pretty comfortable doing that here. Oh, the Insta-Taunt. Not good enough, though. That's why we get the Mental Herb. Imprison still goes off, baby. Alright, that means they probably are going for the Insta Trick Room. Very glad that I prepped like this. Kaboom. No Trick Rooms coming out today, baby. Alright, and Tera Steel, I feel pretty comfortable. I don't think Protean activated on the Meowscarada. That is very interesting. I'm going to see if I can Air Slash the Rada. I'm guessing it is Focus Sash. Especially if it's, what was I saying? Especially if it's not Protean. And let's hope knockoff KOs from here. But anyway, I'm in a pretty comfortable position. I'm okay with this. Ooh, Helping Hand. Alright, this is going to be a big attack, but I should resist, like, everything this thing throws out. Okay, yeah. That was, like, pitiful for Helping Hand boosted. You love to see that. We do see Sash. Okay. Maybe I should have targeted that with both. I just didn't want to, like, get caught up on a Protect and a Switch. Could have been bad. Oh, no. A voice crack just as I barely failed a KO. That's embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. At least I don't have to worry about knockoff anymore. Knockoff's going to do nothing to Tinkaton now. What do we have in the back? I think I want to preserve Gigaton Hammer for a later turn, so I'll just go for... Yeah, we'll just go Air Slash there, and knock off there. Maybe catch a switch. Ooh, switch into the wrong slot. Alright, that's fine. U-turn, that might mean just taunt U-turn, that might mean no protect, which makes sense. I mean, I know it's a Sashmon, but they do have Indeedee, so it makes a lot of sense there. Ignis, who is that? Skeledirge. Ooh, I wish I would have knocked off that slot. At least I don't have to worry about damage from the Indeedee. Alright, here's where they'll be able to actually deal damage to my Articuno. Otherwise, I feel like this is a pretty comfortable position. I've kind of got him locked down. Articuno with the Imprison goes crazy. And I don't think I've revealed Protect yet. I think it's just Air Slash so far. So they, in fact, cannot Protect. I'm scared of that right slot, man. I just gotta double it. Even though Gigaton Hammer would be crazy, but I feel like Terrifier is pretty likely. Since you know I have Gigaton Hammer, you know that's gonna one-shot. You Terrifier that Mon. Skeledirge is water. It's still gonna take some decent damage from this double up. But come on, show me the Terrifier Hatterene. Alright, good. So it will get an attack off, and this will be good. Find out if it's Life Orb. I'm guessing Life Orb, that was what I was prepping for. Life Orb with Mystical Fire as its third attack. Nice, that was big damage. This should KO. Yep, Skeledirge is gone. This is crazy, because these weren't even my, like, damage mons. These were my, oh, Throat Spray. Okay, so that is a big setup threat. Mystical Fire, that might just pick up the KO on Articuno. No, it does not. Oh, yikes. Is that not Life Orb? They went for the drop. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess it's their only way of doing damage. I didn't think about that, but yeah, Mystical Fire into competitive Articuno is actually so big for me. I do really want to protect Trick Room from going up, or like prevent it. So I think... Yeah, let me see if I can figure out what is on this Hatterene. I'll go for a Protect. This reveals it, but I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I think if they have a Pokemon that has Protect and they hover it, it should just say, can't use it because it's sealed. That is a Flower Trick. Okay, so we confirm no Protect on Meowscarada. That's interesting. Knockoff, what is this? Covert Cloak, okay. Good to know. Covert Cloak on the Hatterene. Mystical Fire, without my Assault Vest, that is a lot of damage. Very unfortunate. But the Psychic Terrain is down. Expanding Force is no big threat now. I think we're safe to go Whimsicott, Tailwind, and then Air Slash to KO Meowscarada. They could Trick Room. Oh, you know what? I just gave them an opening, totally. Because if they KO... Oh, no, because they would have to KO with Hatterene. So they can't KO me and Trick Room in the same turn with one Pokemon. So, yeah, unless the Air Slash misses, we're completely fine. And Air Slash is 95% accurate. We're safe most of the time. This is perfectly fine. Let's see. Yep. Alright. Let's see if they go for the Mystical Fire KO. That's what I'm thinking. They probably want to go for here. Maybe even into Whimsicott. Yeah, okay. I would definitely have targeted Articuno if I was them, because getting access to Trick Room is like their only way out. And now even not boosted, like Terrakion is gonna go crazy with Rock Slide. I just have to make sure it lands. I am still +1 on Articuno, right? Yeah. So this Air Slash is gonna do like a decent amount. I don't know if it's safe to go for Sacred Sword. I don't want to risk that, like, not KOing, so we'll just go Rock Slide. Yeah, it lands. That's always gonna KO. Okay. Not too much to worry about there. I mean, there was definitely some opportunities for them to set up on me, potentially get Trick Room up. Interesting that Enamorus and Glastrier didn't come to the match. I mean, I guess Enamorus isn't crazy good. The only thing I would be worried about is... yeah, getting super powered. So I think I'm gonna really have to think about that going into game 2. Because I do kind of fear the superpower. Did I switch the music? Give us PvP. That sounds great. Do I go same lead, or do I go Chi-Yu Whimsicott Hyper Offense lead? Because I think any switch-ups are really going to hate Chi-Yu Whimsicott. And if the Hatterene isn't even Life Orb, I don't think I fear its damage, like, at all. Yeah. Tinkaton's always coming to this match. And then I think for 4th... is it Terrakion? Or Miss Magius. Miss Magius is really good in a Skeledirge. And Hatterene. How many Ghost Terror? Meowscarada's Ghost Terror, but it's a Sash, so I don't really worry about that. Yeah, I think we go Miss Magius. We don't even bring Articuno. Let's see. I'm expecting a change-up that doesn't rely on Trick Room, because I don't see how they get through my Articuno. So we're gonna go Chi-Yu mode. We're gonna see how much Heat Wave does to these mons. Or no, I'll probably have to lock in a Dark move, because the Hatterene being Terrifier is just kind of like too bulky for me to do much with Heat Wave. Let's see what we got. Now that I think about it, that's a lot of Rock Weeks. Maybe I should just be leading Terrakion. I'm just worried about Meowscarada. Flower Trick does a huge chunk of damage. Interesting. Okay. We have Skeledirge and Hatterene. So straight off the bat, Dark Pulse into Skeledirge goes kind of crazy. But so does Snarl. Snarl's really, really good. Kind of like forces them into a bad position, and because they're leading with two special attackers, I think I can just go Light Screen here. Yeah, this is a somewhat defensive play, but I'm assuming that's what they're doing too. Aerith, is this the Indeedee? Yeah, okay. Very happy I snarled then. Or wait, no, Covert Cloak. Oh my gosh. I wasn't thinking about that. Yikes. Okay. This lead is probably less safe than I thought. There's the Terrifier. I don't mind that. I went for Snarl. Light Screen plus Snarl should mean they're not really capable of doing... Oh my gosh. I forgot Chi-Yu does infinite damage. They get up Trick Room. But honestly, in this position, I don't really fear that because, like, genuinely, what is the Indeedee doing here? Really nothing. And the Hatterene... Not nothing, but, you know, like... Just a tough position. I wonder if Beat Up or Moonblast does more in this position, because I did have Moonblast on an old version of this Whimsicott, but It just turned out like Fairy isn't that important of an offensive type. Chi should go first or after the Hatterene. Light Screen, yeah, we're taking nothing. That's the problem with not having Life Orb. Oh, that just KOs. That was a high roll. Alright. That's 2 Mons down. Skeledirge is still sort of... Well, no, Chi kind of walls Skeledirge. I don't even know what they can do here. Like, Snarl's so devastating. The only fear is Glastrier in the back. But I'm thinking it's just gonna be Meowscarada. In which case, like, that Mon doesn't even do that much either. Yuffie? Wait, what is that? Yeah, it is Rada. Okay. Snarl goes crazy. And I definitely don't Sunny Day or Tailwind. Is it worth it to switch? No, I think I just let Whimsicott go down. Beat up just to make sure I pick up this guy. This kind of sucks. Whimsicott really has nothing to do on the field in this position. This is where I would have preferred non-core. Wow, going for Protect. Is this a reversal of Trick Room? There's no way. Oh no, they don't even have Trick Room on Rada. Why do you go for Protect there? I'm actually kind of scared. What is gonna happen to me? I'm glad the Tera's out of the way. Like, that's really nice. Flower Trick? Oh, wow. Wow, that did way more damage than I would have expected. Yeah, no, the light screen was saving my life from that Hatterene. Well, I guess we'll just see if we live whatever from the Skeledirge. I'm hoping it's just gonna be like really low special attack investment since it's Throat Spray. And that would make it like a fair bit easier to live this Torch Song. Let's go, okay. Yeah, so that's +2, but we're gonna put him back down to -1. And honestly, we might even KO with a combo of Snarl and Beat Up. Nope, Snarl just KOs. Okay. Lesson of the day is Specs Chi-Yu is a win button. Holy cow. Does Beat Up KO the Meowscarada here? No way. No, it doesn't. Well, all these hits are like completely different, right? I don't remember how Beat Up works. I just know it sets up Terrakion. Chi-Yu does die. Okay, it goes down. Smart to pretty much never target the Whimsicott, though. Like, once they realized it just didn't do anything in this matchup. We're gonna finish this one out with a bonk. Big old bonk. Tinkaton kind of walls this poor Meowscarada. Alright, yeah. Unwinnable position. Alright. Yep. GG's, Crotl. Thank you for the match. That was very fun. Ooh, I was kind of scared when I saw the Meowscarada, what was it? Meowscarada and DD lead game 1. I was like, maybe I'm forgetting something that Meowscarada has, but no, it was just kind of like, okay, we had it. We did the prep. Let's go.